Travel restrictions on Cuba have come to an end. The new rules will allow Americans to travel to the country, but there will be limits. News Channel 3 reporter Kelsey Gerkens has details on what those restrictions are.
For the first time in more than half a century, more Americans will soon be allowed to travel to Cuba as the U.S. begins to thaw its barrier with the communist nation. Waiting in the wings, a tourism industry that has already seen an influx of interest from the American public.
I'm really excited about this. I think it's going to open up the travel industry completely for the Caribbean.
And I would love to go experience something like that.
I would love to. It seems beautiful.
But the average traveler will not be able to hitch a flight to Cuba anytime soon. The White House has released a list of 12 reasons traveling to Cuba is acceptable, including education, religious, humanitarian projects, among others. The list prohibits traveling for leisure, so if you're just wanting to sightsee or enjoy the beach, you'll not be able to go anytime soon. If you have your heart set on going to the long forbidden fruit, there still is a way. Local travel agents are currently working with international companies to set up educational trips to Cuba.
We do have quite a few private tours already available for spring and summer. Starting from around $2,000 or so per person, you can have a tour of Cuba, and with your hotel and meals, and kind of similar to like an escorted tour of Europe.
Currently, the only way to get to Cuba from the U.S. is through a chartered flight, but traveling to the communist nation should become easier in the next few months.
At $5.95.
American Airlines, United Airlines, and JetBlue have made statements announcing they are eager to expand service to Cuba once the rules are settled.
I would say in the next probably coming months, it will be coming available.
So if traveling to Cuba is something you've always wanted to do, remember when you book your trip, it will not be your average vacation. In order for it to fall under the government's guidelines as educational, you'll be going to several Cuban landmarks and taking classes on Cuban culture. Reporting in Ventura, Kelsey Gerkens, News Channel 3.